today, this evening, I want us to share. I want to share a bit of my success in multi-level marketing, especially Greenwell. My success story is a bit long, but I'll summarize it for the sake of time. Ladies and gentlemen, there is hope everywhere whenever you don't lose hope. And when you trust yourself and believe in the vision you have, you will reach where you want to go. My success story started, actually, my journey started when I was 14 years. When my father was killed in cold blood, leaving me after sitting my primary level examinations, before even the results came in, the dad who was to take care of me and to pay the school fees was already done with, and I was left there alone. I had to forge out a way of reaching where I am today. I decided to join the secondary level without anybody paying school fees, whereby I pushed myself up to senior 3, and eventually I dropped out of school. I went out of school for some time. I was working for other people, as you can see in the pictures. In the pictures where I'm holding the weighing scale, that is when I was selling for somebody in Karamoja region. I was lonely and desperate, without hope. I could sit and imagine what tomorrow will bring. Then I joined the riders team called the Border Borders. My old bicycle was the oldest in the whole city, working for 100 shillings, Uganda shillings per person. Making 1,000 in a day was a tug of war. There, as you see me standing with some of my friends, I am that person in the middle in a blue shirt. You can see the person, you can imagine it's an old man of that days. But that was me. When I came out of that, when I was a border, I made a lot of friends. And one of my friends introduced me to work with the Red Cross, Uganda Red Cross. This is where I started now. They chose me to be the leader of the blood bank. I was in charge blood donor recruitment in the country, in our region, in our Soroti region. That's where now I started developing a much interest in handling the health of people. We could go to the villages, recruit people, convince people to donate blood for the sick. That's when now I got an access when the American Navy came to Uganda under the invitation of President Museveni, because in those days there was a lot of insurgency and there were so many casualties in the hospital. So Americans came and trained us on emergency response, first aid. That's why you see me demonstrating with the other people, and those are my instructors on the third photo. Those are the American Navy soldiers. So they trained me, I performed very well, and I made it the best in our region. That's now where I developed more appetite of handling people's health. So in 2014, I got a young man who came and told me that, there is an American Chinese company handling health, handling everything. So now it actually activated my feelings and my appetite of handling people's health. I called him, I told him, can you give me the brochure? Give me what is it? How do they work? Tell me how the medicine works. I said, okay. Then I told him, you come along, bring for me your catalog. So he brought me the registration kit. When I read it through, I saw the best products. I saw the great products according to what was written in the kit. Then I checked on the marketing plan. I asked him, man, are you serious? Do these things exist? Are people winning these cars as it is written here? Do they make big money? He told me, man, you don't know what is happening. It is already happening even in Uganda. And before I realized, as I was looking for money to join, he went ahead and straight away came back with a registration card, told me, now I've already registered using my own money, and this is your card, and this is my number, your number now. So I was very amazed, and I started now recruiting people. I started training people. By 2015, I had already had an empire of distributors, as you can see them seated. I was busy training them. Others were even willing to sit under sunshine. We could buy tarpaulins to tie along the veranda. That was now in front of my office. By 2016, I had already made my first trip to China. I qualified. Mr. Budiman, you can roll the screen. Hello, Mr. Budiman, can you hear me? You can push on the screen.
Yes. Okay.
This is all when I started training people all over the region. This is now when I had the people in my team who had already won cars. I was all the time recruiting people, training them, showing them the business. And in 2017, this 2016, you can go there, 2016, you can see Mr. Budiman. That's the first time I met Budiman when he came and trained us in Jinja. And he told me, Mr. Paul, I want to come back when I'll be coming back to Uganda. You should be driving yourself. I promised him, I told him, you'll get me with more than one car. And the same year, Tendai came from Zimbabwe, as you can see in the photo, also trained us in Kampala. And I developed more interest because I could see successful people now happening in the country, in different countries. And I believed with the message of the other younger man who told me about this green world. So in 2016, this one of they took a photo with the Chinese robot. This was around in Beijing, when we were in one of the hotels where there was a conference. So I took it. You can see me now taking a photo. From the other old man now you saw in the previous photos, life has just changed drastically. Everybody was wondering what could have happened to this poor man. I was no longer working for other people. I was now doing my own things. I was now training big things on health. Now combining what are the trainings I got from Uganda Red Cross. I was now busy training people on health, aggressively combining the information together with the information I got in the kit. That whole place was full of people coming for training every day and every Saturday. By 2017, many people in my team were now getting cars. You can push on the screen, and yes, that was 2017 when I won my first car. And these are some of my distributors now. We are celebrating from the poorest of the poor, from nobody. Now Greenwald has caused me to become another powerful man in the city. You can see that was one of the most beautiful cars in our region by then, because nobody had ever seen a car with the Greenwald logo, and it was so beautiful. So in 2018, this old man, that is the one, if we are to recommend, he's the leader of the Isa Mashiach Church in Uganda. So in 2018, he had also won his car, and one of my leaders had won the other blue car, and I got my second car, and one of my leaders had also won another. There is another white car, which is on the other side of the screen. In that year, we celebrated 4 cars in our network. And many people had qualified for the trip, for the China trip. By 2019, before COVID, this was the first journey in 2017. We went, and my second journey to China. But my leaders there, that was their first journey to China in 2017, who had won their cars also. And that's when we had the big conference where many of the leaders were celebrating their big cars. As you see there, I formed already accumulated a good number of friends from the whole world now. I heard these ladies are from Germany and others from Eurasia, standing in front of the cars which were given out in China. So that same year, I had many friends in China because the very first year I stepped in China, I developed so many children, friends in China. I loved the Chinese. The Chinese loved me more than other people of my team. I don't know what happened, maybe because of my height and my darker skin. I had all of them hovering near me, including children. And the recent photo here, this is just last October when we were celebrating at the production base in Nanjing. That's when I was celebrating with my Eurasian team, friends whom I made. And this other photo, that was around 2019 when I had met, when we were in China before the COVID struck on. So today I'm very proud. I'm very happy. Life has changed. You cannot believe the fellow you saw in the first photos is the person you can see today. And these are my recent photos. Those Chinese girls, those are the hosts who were hosting us in the conference the other years. They came and took a photo with me also. And the recent photo, you can see me posing for a photo. That was when we visited the Buddha temple in Nanjing. So this is all what Greenwald can push somebody to. When you believe in yourself and you focus to your vision, you will never go wrong with the Greenwald. And if you are out there pondering to leave the company, or probably somebody is telling you there is anything better than this, please, I cannot compare this business. I cannot compare Greenwald with anything. Today, I am one among the gentlemen respected in the community. As you can see, when I get into the team of gentlemen, you cannot tell whether I was once working for other people. Now I hold my own business. I drive my own car. I employ other people into the system who are helping me to work in my shops. And I personally, I go down there recruiting and training people. As we can share today, Greenwald brought me from nobody. You can see all those my Chinese friends. I love them so much. They love me more. In fact, those babies, you see me holding them. If any African person tried to hold them, they could cry, they could run away like they have seen a beast. But they come to me by themselves. I don't know what exactly the attachment was there because I love them so much. They understood my heart. So everywhere I could go, wherever I go, you can see them. I hang with them everywhere. Every year I go, I get new Chinese people, Chinese children, Chinese friends, the younger ones. They love me and I love them. We feel good. I feel like if they could be in Africa and we move together and we go back the other side, it would be the best. But all this one here is just under by the quarters of Greenwald. There is no other company. Nobody can imagine. Many people have even tried to run away from Greenwald, but please, some are pleading to come back, and I appreciate. I am still here, and I must tell you, please, despite all the challenges you may meet in business, let me assure you, there is no other company that can change one's life, that can take you to where you desire. And I still believe in myself, and I'm still moving higher and higher. Thank you very much, Madam Deming Lee. Thank you very much, my African Region President, David Izang. And I must appreciate Mr. Budiman. If it were not of you, I wouldn't have known what Greenwald can do. Because the very time you came to Uganda, the very first day I met you, I developed love with you. I fell in love with you aggressively. Until today, all what you can see in me, one time you visited our region, you visited Soroti, Madam Rin visited Soroti, saw her distributors here. Mr. Africa came also here together with you, and I appreciate it, and still they need you more here. I must say thank you very much and let God bless you. As for my journey in this journey of Greenwald, in this business, I must say thank you very much. We care and we share. I can stand confidently as a wonderful man, respected in my community, everybody wondering what could have happened. I need to appreciate Greenwald so much. Where I didn't expect to be someone, but today I am somebody. So for that note, I must appreciate again and beg your full attention, because now what we are going to go through is exactly why we are here. Without the knowledge of Greenwald and Greenwald products and what Greenwald is doing, you cannot go anywhere. The backbone of success in Greenwald is to know the products, know the marketing plan, love people, give business to the people, let them own the business. You should not be mean, and you should be the user of products. Many believe whenever they see my photos today, they think I was younger than 20 years. I'm now younger than 20 years ago. When I joined Greenwald, I was an old man. Today, I am a younger boy. I don't know how it can happen, but it is only because when you come to understand the Greenwald products and use them. Today, I want to share with you the intestinal parasitic diseases. Here, you have to understand gastric intestinal infections. In fact, gastrointestinal infections, also known as abdominal disorders, are majorly caused by internal parasites. And the major ones, the big ones, scientifically, it is believed there are more than 500, but the major 6 parasite gastrointestinal parasites include roundworms, tapeworms, hookworms, entamoeba infections, pinworms, and Christoporiasis. I want us to share slowly, and one by one. One of the major and biggest, terrible, and dangerous gastrointestinal infection is a roundworm, also called as Ascariasis. This is the biggest empire of intestinal worms. This type of worms are transmitted through ingestion of infective eggs from contaminated food, water, or juice. It is believed that the adult female roundworm is believed to produce an average of 240,000 eggs per day, and it can take a long span of about 1 year, producing daily 240,000 eggs in your stomach. And these eggs are further spread when passed out in feces. These eggs can develop in the soil within 2 to 3 weeks if it has optimal temperatures in the presence of oxygen and moisture, and they can be swallowed. Each egg will develop into a larva in the small intestine, which will migrate to mature in the liver through the hepatic tube. It goes through the liver. It can even spread to the lungs. That's why you find that in most cases in severe infections, somebody can develop even hepatic disorders. It causes the enlargement of the liver. It causes also the enlargement of the gastric system, the abdomen. You find somebody with a tender stomach. It can even cause somebody to develop a cough. You find somebody coughing seriously. You may suspect it is TB, but since somebody is coughing, the stomach is distended and the body is lean. It loses weight because these roundworms will feed on the person aggressively. The larva will again migrate back to the small intestine after maturity to take a section of mating again. When they are larvae, they can go through the hepatic nerve, hepatic tube to the lungs, lungs and the liver. There they will grow to maturity. Eventually, they will pack again, migrate back to the intestine. That's where now they take the mating session in order to impregnate the female ones. And it is believed an adult female roundworm is up to 45 centimeters long in your stomach. And the male one is always 20 centimeters around there. So chronic ascariasis is the most common form of roundworm infection, especially where humans and animal wastes are at bay. A condition most especially like for us in Africa, there are some communities where people don't have toilets. They just drop their feces like chicken. Somebody can jump from his house, run into somebody's garden, put his feces there, and if that person has roundworms, by the time the farmer himself goes there, because of the rain and the moisture in that place, the roundworms will now, the eggs will now be mixed in the soil. Ash will be working. And also, if you have not removed your, shortened your nails, by the time you come and you don't wash your hands with the soap, you will now begin taking these eggs as you are eating your meal. And when they enter into your stomach, they will develop into larvae. That larvae will now be pushed through the hepatic tube to the liver and the lungs. Eventually, causing havoc there. After maturity, they again migrate back to the stomach for mating in order to produce more eggs. You can imagine if one can produce 240,000 eggs per day. Suppose you have 10 of them. That will be around 24 million eggs in your stomach. And if you stay with them, those 10 ladies, 10 adult worms in your stomach for one full year, and they are producing 240,000 per day, each of them, what would you think you can be? The most vulnerable class of people in this case are the children and pregnant women. You know, it happens that in most cases, the crawling children, for us in Africa, you find a child crawling around the home yard, eating soil. And sometimes when a woman develops a pregnancy, younger pregnancy, most women tend to take a lot of soil. So these people are at a high risk of taking a lot of roundworms, the eggs of roundworms. Another class of worms which can attack people is hookworms, also known as encyclostomiasis. This type of worms are very dangerous. As per their name, they go and hook themselves on the walls of the intestine. They stick like a stick, and they are sucking aggressively. They take a lot of blood from their victims. The female eggs, the hookworm life cycle is so aggressive and direct. It begins instantly when the eggs are released by the female worm into the human, to the lumen of the smaller intestine, and being passed out in feces. The embryos within the eggs develop rapidly, and infection occurs straight away. When the larvae enters the body, not only through the mouth, but hookworms are very dangerous. If you go barefooted and you step on the soil, on the soil, moist soil where hookworm eggs are, they can penetrate through the skin, entering into your body. And that's why you find that hookworms are more deadlier, because they can go directly to the bloodstream. Now you can be taking medicine, trying to heal them directly from the stomach, yet they are hiding in the blood system. In an endemic area, contaminated soil may continually, or in season, it may continually be hatching these eggs. The hookworm eggs can live in the seasoned soil where there is moisture, where there is enough temperatures. Then when you come barefooted and you step on that soil, it can penetrate through your skin into the bloodstream and causing itching on your legs. Hookworm attack majorly cause chronic anemia, depletion of iron stores, leading to iron deficiency. Because of their nature of feeding, they suck a lot of blood. They take a lot of blood. Before you realize, you are already developing anemia. You have the reduction of the red blood cells will now go down. The HB levels will drop. Before you realize, you can also become anemic. Another type of gastric worms which are very dangerous is called the pinworm, Enterobiasis. These are the type of small nematodes with the direct lifestyle, normally involves only the intestinal tract. Pinworms don't move anywhere, don't develop from anywhere. They enter into once you develop pinworms, they keep on staying within the intestine. These look like tiny threads. Always when you defecate and produce poo, you find that there are so many, they are like smaller wires within the intestine, within your poo. So, and the signs and symptoms of these ones, in most cases, they cause a tendency of itching of the anus. They can cause like they are coming out. You feel that tinkling movement in the anus. They show like they want to come out, and in the night they can even make their way out of the anus, and it cause a lot of itching. And they can cause even eczema, the right skin rashes. You feel feverish, and they can cause somebody to have a dry skin and pain. You look weak, and they can, because now there is a lot of itching down there. It can even cause someone to sneak his fingers down and scratch. Most especially children can scratch their anus just freely because it is itching. And I think this is where the Nigerians brought their proverb, where they say, somebody who has an itchy anus has smelly fingers, because it has to force you to scratch there. And in the due course, because they have sticky eggs, some of them who are sneaked out of the anus can come in. Then as you're scratching, can get stuck on on your nails. Before you realize, if you have not washed your hands thoroughly well, when you are to take food and take your meal, you will eat them back into your stomach. The major symptoms of enterobiasis is the itchy anus, eczema, anal bleeding, blood feces, including bacterial infections like E. coli. Because now of the damages they cause in the stomach, you find that they can also give access to other bacteria like E. coli bacteria, which brings so many other complications. Another type is tapeworm, Teinesis. Tapeworm infects both human beings and animals. You can see your goat. Some of you can see your goat. At the anus of the goat, you see a package of worms. That's majorly tapeworm. And being majorly acquired Teinesis through the ingestion of infectious majorly the human beings attain tapeworms from direct contact through what you eat. And remember, an adult tapeworm is large and sometimes is very long, causing multiple gastrointestinal symptoms. Tapeworms are not like other infestors. They are not like any other, those other worms. The adult tapeworm releases its eggs and it is ingested. When it is ingested, the eggs hatch instantly from your stomach. They don't want any other place to hatch their young ones. But when they mature, before they mature, after producing the eggs, they enter into the intestinal villi. In the walls, as you can see in the screen, they stick themselves on the walls of the intestines. Now from there, they coil themselves to form a cluster. After maturing, they will now hatch out and come back into the stomach. There they survive and continue normally, which eventually multiply with the body, within the body without new transmissions. Tapeworms are very dangerous in a way that even if you don't reinfect yourself, they can multiply just within yourself. They don't have no problem. Actually, they don't have any problem. They multiply themselves and they cause a lot of problems. Another type of gastrointestinal worms is amoeba. Amoebiasis is a gastrointestinal infection majorly caused by a single-celled pathogenic protozoa that lives in stagnant or slow-flowing water or ponds. And at the water rate, it can also survive in the covers of watery vegetables like cabbages. Amoeba can survive there so long as there is enough rain. Amoeba can survive in the covers of cabbages. And if you don't peel them well and cook them well, you can infect yourself with amoeba from your own vegetables or from that, or even a fruit. Can be a mango or something which, if it has busted and you just say, okay, let me eat this clean part, you can infect yourself with amoeba in that fruit. An infestation of amoebiasis involves severe diarrhea, even dysentery in humans. This is so much in people with autoimmune deficiency syndromes, like HIV/AIDS patients, homosexuals, and pregnant mothers. This amoeba is so dangerous. For those people who have low immunity, you can find that it can cause severe diarrhea or even dysentery. So you find that when amoeba enters into your stomach, you find that since it is a single-celled protozoa, it takes its own way of moving within and multiplying within the stomach, causing severe diarrhea and dysentery. It can cause you to develop bloody urea, diarrhea, you diurate blood, you severely dehydrate yourself through diarrhea. And the most vulnerable class of people are those ones who have low immunity. And you find that the last one of the major worms, though it is believed that in a human body we have so many, actually it's about 500 different types of parasites encircling the human body. But these major 6 ones, including cryptosporidiosis. This one here attacks the stomach and affects the stomach. And in most cases, it also infects the liver, causing a lot of pain with the severe gastric disorders. But we thank God, Greenwald came up with the unwavering remedies to all these gastrointestinal infections, which cut across regardless of any type of worm you have. Greenwald products are the best. They have no side effects. And when you look at our Parashield capsules, by the way, for your information, Greenwald products are direct. They tell you what they are supposed to do. The word Parashield comes from 2 English words, para, which stands for parasites, and then shield. The Parashield capsule has the ability to seal away to build defense against the parasites. They prevent. So Greenwald Parashield has an ability, the sesquiterpene lactones and the other active ingredients in this product, they disrupt the parasite cells cell membranes, leading to their death. They disorganize because some of these cells, you find them, these parasites, they have a defense cover. That's why you find that some of the medicines can't manage them because they seal themselves in a safety cover. But our parashield has the ability to disrupt, disorganize, and challenge those cell membranes, leading to their death because they'll now become open. They'll suffer the consequences, the environment, the harsh environment of the digestive system, leading to their death. It also has the ability to come and elevate abnormal or discomfort caused by the problem, caused by the acidic reaction or probably the heat caused by the discomfort of the stomach. Our parashield has the ability to help out, to cool down, calming, and produce and elevate symptoms such as that it is called bloating, heat, sensation caused by parasite-related gastrointestinal distress. Another best product we have in green world is garlic oil capsules. Scientifically, the pungent smell of garlic is believed to be able to be so destructive even to bacteria at a distance of 20 centimeters squared. Where garlic stays, there is no bacteria which can survive there. So our green world garlic oil capsule contains compounds like allicin, which is believed to have the effectiveness against protozoa, such as amoeba, roundworms, and pinworms. Garlic oil capsules are an extract of raw organic garlic plant, and it's known for its antimicrobial, antiparasitical properties, making it the potential natural remedy for intestinal parasites. So our garlic is the best so far. Garlic compounds can also paralyze certain types of parasites, helping the body to expel them naturally. Garlic has anti-inflammatory properties that may help to reduce gut inflammation, promoting faster healing and relief from symptoms caused by parasitical infections. Another wonderful product we have in the green world is our green world multivitamin tablet. Not any other multivitamin. I must thank Madam Rin for the science which has been put in this garlic, in our multivitamin tablets. And it has all the packages, both for adults and children. It has all the vitamins required by the body. You know, our research shows that intestinal parasites can deplete certain vitamins and minerals in human body. Our multivitamin tablets help to restore the immune functions and the overall health, since our multivitamin tablets has also vitamin C, which is an immune booster, and the vitamin B class, which has vital energy production and to cause proper digestion. You find that the content in our multivitamin has all, including, in fact, spirulina, our spirulina, green world spirulina, as you can see on the screen, is one of the best products you can give to a person who has gastrointestinal disorders. Because green world spirulina is heavily enriched with chlorophyll, which ingredient is rich in irons, and it is believed it corresponds together with the red coloring matter called hemoglobin. So we find that it helps to restore back all the lost blood which the victim to the parasites had lost. So whenever you put, after giving our multivitamin and give together with our spirulina capsule, the vitamin C which is contained in the multivitamin also has some bit of zinc and all the B vitamins. And now the ions which were lost by the victim to the parasites will now be recovered back by giving him our spirulina capsules, resulting into real healthy nourishment. And you find that the person who has been lean and disorganized could have been put back to normal. And that's why people may think Greenwald does miracles, or Greenwald is magic, or whatever the case may be. But the science we have, we know better, and we know what we can do. Another best good product we have is against intestinal parasites is blueberry super nutrition. It is a very strong antioxidant. It is anti-inflammatory. It has all the properties which stand against antimicrobial and antibacterial effects. Super support for the gut health. You know, once the parasites have attacked aggressively the gut, you find that it causes wounds, causes challenges, even the peristalsis of the stomach, of the intestines, the movement of the intestine, churning food, and the digestion will also be affected. But our blueberry nutrition is the best. It has that anti-inflammatory properties, which will help to cool down any heat and neutralize any stagnation. It helps even removing the bloating and also the body breath when you include also our increasing tea and aloe vera capsules. Because when you check clearly, our Greenwald aloe vera capsules is also enriched. It's only that we didn't include it in this screen, but don't forget to give the person aloe vera, because our Greenwald aloe vera capsule is rich in natural vitamins, minerals, proteins, and it's able to activate retarded enzymes and amino acids in the body. Its composition includes aloe vera powders, grape seed extract, vitamin E, magnesium stearate, making the most powerful product that can heal the wounds that would have been inflicted by the parasites in the intestinal walls. So it heals instantly. And when you include in cleansing tea, the gastrointestinal parasites always can cause one to have body breath, poor digestion, bloating, constipation, and some other cases. I want to thank Greenwald so much in a way that our Greenwald in cleansing tea has been made in a way that it has a powerful ability to remove any toxins from the gut, eliminating body breath, promote bowel movements, supplementing and balancing the required nutrients. Our cleansing tea is made in a mighty way. It has also Chinese green tea. It includes spirulina, platanus, and cassia seed extract, hawthorn weed, coaxy seed extract, and Chinese green tea, making a powerful component to gastric health. And you find that when the parasites are cleared by garlic and the parashil and blueberry super nutrition and aloe vera, our intestine cleansing tea will now help to expel all the impurities accumulated in the gut, leaving your client to be super healthy, enjoying life without any complications or no rashes, no itching, and other things. So there are some few things you need to do in order to prevent intestinal parasites. One, you have to practice good hygiene. There are people who have taken direction to live like animals. In the same house, you want your chicken near you, you want your goats somewhere, probably you go and clean your child after the child has pooped, you just clean and straight away come. It is a dirty habit. whereby in most, actually for us, mostly in African communities and Asian communities, you find the mother cleaning the child, meanwhile eating, or probably you want to clean the child, then you come straight and serve food. And if you are not careful, you should be serving all pinworms or whatever the case, so to all the community, all your family. So the first thing, the first way to prevent intestinal parasites, one, you must practice good hygiene. Two, safe food and safe water practices. There are people, for us here in Africa, we have free fruits out there. You can go and find mangoes just in plenty, dropping down on the ground. You find there is a tendency where farmers come from the garden, straight away go under the tree, pick those mangoes without washing them. You straight away maybe rub it against your clothes and straight put in your mouth. Little do you know that you are, instead of enjoying the good fruit, if it was washed clean, you are now eating a lot of parasites. Number three, you must avoid contaminated sources. Before you go to fetch water, check even your jerry cans, the items you use for fetching water. Some families, you find a jerry can is very dirty as dirty can be. You check inside the jerry can, you cannot tell which color of the jerry can is this one. Is it black, or yellow, green, or what? Even pouring out water, there are some placards coming out. There's some greenish particle coming out of the jerry can, and you pour it into your water and you think you are taking good water. Sanitation. You must make sure that you also should have a toilet where your children and your family should be going whenever they feel to be helped. They should be going, and these poo should be collected in one place where the rainwater cannot get it anyhow, so that it can keep you people clean all along. Preventive medication. I want to thank Greenwald so much. One good thing I like with Greenwald products, they are not only for the sick people, it's for everybody. Like our Parashield, you cannot wait to have a stomach problem, then you begin taking Parashield, including garlic. For me, at any given moment, I can pick any I want. I can take Parashield when I'm qualifying for my bonus. I can put in my bonus, my money to pay my DVs. I pick Parashield, I pick millicellulose, I pick aloe vera, I pick garlic, whatever it means, to prevent. So wherever garlic is and Parashield is already there is no parasite that can survive in your stomach anyhow. Number 6, you need to educate your people, educate your family, educate the community. Tell them the importance of our products and tell them how to prevent parasites from attacking them, because treating parasites after the attack is more expensive than preventing them. It is cheaper to prevent because you should have not caused a lot of infections to so many other people. And lastly, number 7, you find that, like I told you already, roundworms can go through hookworms can penetrate through your skin and go directly to the bloodstream. Such parasites cannot be helped by oral medicine. Those ones can need vaccination. You can vaccinate your community, vaccinate your children, take good care of your own animals, so that the drug given, even if those parasites go to your bloodstream, they will find that there is already an active drug medicine that can kill them instantly without exploding their attack upon your people and your community. So for that note, I want to appreciate everybody who has given his or her time to listen to me. And I must say thank you to Madam Rin, thank you to Mr. Budiman for including me into this and to share these ideas. Please be encouraged, be focused to your own vision. Don't lose hope, push ahead until you reach where you want to go. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody. We care and we share. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alemu. Paul, thank you for this wonderful presentation. We're very proud of you as a leader in Uganda, and also a great trainer. Thank you so much. Please, I'll take 1 minute to share my personal experience with you. So actually, the first time when you visited China, when you took the China trip in 2019, I was so impressed about you that I still remember when we visited Beijing, the Forbidden City and the Summer Palace, because the tour guide was leading the whole team, and I was the last one who make sure that nobody was left behind and nobody was, taking the wrong route. So I always realized that you was the last one. You always chat with Chinese people, with the children, took the photos with children. I was totally amazed. You don't speak Chinese, but you basically, actually, I realized that you chatted with them, and especially children, we don't know what kind of charisma you have. You sort of have a special, or, aura around you that attract children. So, all different children, from the small babies to the teenagers, they were all around you. So, first of all, I was afraid that you could get lost. But I realized, no, you're following us, but you simply love children. Or let me put it this way, children love you. So I think, you kind of have a very loving nature that attract people. So this is why how I know you at a very beginning. And then, when we visit Uganda, we witness how you treat others and how you're so generous and tolerant to sometimes, other people's and friendliness. So actually, you're a great leader, and you have a great nature that you love people and people love you. I think this is the most important quality as a leader in network marketing. Because network marketing is a business about people and caring about others. So I think this contributes greatly to your success. Apart from your hard work, your dedication, your learning capabilities, your interpersonal skills, but I think it's because of you love people. Thank you so much for your great presentations. Please, this year, we're going to give more opportunities to the trainers and leaders in Uganda, in Zambia, in Zimbabwe, in those countries where the teams is still trying to grow and mature. So you're going to be assigned more trainings in the future. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Green. I appreciate, and I will be there for you. I'll try all my best to encourage and make everybody not to lose hope, but to push ahead to his own victory and happiness. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate your work and your leadership. Thank you so much. The next distinguished guest for today is Mr. Bruno. Miss if my pronunciation is correct, Atwongyere Bruno, because this gentleman is well known in NOPF. If you check the slideshow about the fertilizer, you're going to know that he actually is the first one who represents Uganda and East Africa. I still remember one of the well-known, very popular photos about him holding a pumpkin, a huge pumpkin. And another one is him with Dr. Deming Lee. Because I still remember at that time when Dr. Deming Lee visited Uganda, he represents all the farmers and distributors, leaders who promotes the NOPF, give the appreciation to Dr. Deming Lee and the fertilizer and the company. And also, one of the photos is, he's holding a big, huge bunch of plantains. So actually, he is a signature person in Uganda, talking about in terms of the NOPF. So, Mr. Bruno, please, if we can start listening to your success story and how you deal with the local farmers and promote the NOPF. And we are very interested to know how the NOPF does in Uganda and in those neighboring countries and areas. And if I think, today in our house, we do have some distributors who would like to ask you some questions about using the fertilizer. So thank you so much, Mr. Bruno. Please, if you can kindly share with us. I have already set you as the co-host, Mr. Bruno. You can begin your sharing. I can see that you're muted already.
Mr. Bruno, can you say something?
Mr. Bruno, are you ready? Hello, Mr. Bruno, are you ready? Let me check. Yes, Mr. Bruno, you are the co-host right now, and you're unmuted. Let's see. Mr. Bruno, are you ready? Does anyone in this house who has a way to remind Mr. Bruno through making a phone call? Mr. Paul, do you have his number? Because we're not. Yeah, we are not sure. Mr. Bruno.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, I've come. Yes, I'm Atwongyere Bruno.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, because I see your account number. I set you as a co-host. Now you're using Aaron.
Okay, now I think now I'm clear. Is it okay?
Yeah, it is very clear. Okay, I know. Now I know what is going on. All right. Please go ahead, Mr. Bruno.
Okay, thank you. I'm happy to be on this platform of Greenworld. And I'm a member in Greenworld. And I'm a 7-star consultant. And I joined Greenworld when I had finished my A-level, that is in year 6 in Uganda. And during that time, I was so stuck in my village. Because after completing my senior 6, I had a dream to join university. But in the family background was not good generally. And I had got a chance to share with my dad. And finally, he told me to first wait for 2 years. Then I later joined the university. During that time, I managed to go to start teaching as a student teacher. And in that journey, members, I cannot tell you, it was a very tough journey. But I managed to continue as I was teaching students. But I felt a lot of challenges in that scenario. That was 2017. At the end of 2018, it's where I got an opportunity of joining Greenworld. But before that, I had started working with a small organization in Uganda where we had planned and started marketing some organic manure in Uganda. There, it's when opportunity came and I got one of the distributors of the Greenworld who told me or who shared me about Greenworld and shared me NutriPlant Organic Plus Fertilizer. And she told me how to use it, how it is effective. And there I joined Greenworld. When I was teaching, I was getting 150 shillings per month, only 150 shillings. So she told me that when you join Greenworld, you can sell and get profits. I said, what? She told me that now each liter you can get it at the company price. When you go in the field, you will sell NutriPlant and you get the profit at a daily basis. And it's what I did. I said, what? Now how much can I gain on each liter? She said, you can, when you are starting, you can get 20% commission. Then you also get the profit. I said, no. In Uganda, we have many farmers. Me, I'm capable to sell NutriPlant. First day, I never had the capital. I started with 2 liters and a pump. So I started going to the field. For your information or for the testimony which I can give all members who are listening to me, I managed to make more than 200 every day in the first week. And remember, I was making 150 per month. So I said, if I can earn 200 every day, now why should I remain teaching? Since then, we got an opportunity. We hosted Mr. Budman in Uganda. Then Mr. Budman trained us about NutriPlant, how we can use it. So he said that you have to work hard, you also win the car. That was 2018. So in March 2019, I managed to win my first car. It is that one you are seeing there. And we celebrated it. Within 1 year, I had already got a lot of money. I had already managed to own my house. And I managed to get that car you are seeing. That was March 2019. There I continued to recruit other members or to put them in Greenworld. As the marketing said that we should do networking, you share your views, you share your knowledge and ideas to Greenworld.
Mr. Bruno, you can unmute one of the accounts. I know both of the accounts are open, but you can yes, you can mute the account with Aaron.
I mute, yes, I've done.
Oh, okay, great.
So I started sharing my to all people, to many people in Uganda, NutriPlant Organic Plus Fertilizer, and I found that NutriPlant organic fertilizer, it is the best fertilizer in Uganda and entire world. NutriPlant organic plus fertilizer. Because in Uganda, we have a lot of challenges in agriculture. In Uganda, we have 2 seasons. So we normally even get what we call climatic change. So you find that many farmers, after planting the seeds, there is where you find that there is a drought. So when the drought comes and you find that the seeds will not very well, so you find that most of the time. So as the time we had introduced in NutriPlant organic plus fertilizer, we started teaching them how they can soak into with NutriPlant before they plant them. So that one, it had helped a lot of farmers to so that when you soak the seeds with the NutriPlant to grow or to germinate faster, and even that the NutriPlant brings the seed coating on the seeds, which can help it to avoid the pests or the insects which could eat the seeds. Therefore, the percentage of germination, it's those who are using NutriPlant. So, other farmers started venturing in NutriPlant compared to other fertilizers or other chemicals that they were using. If you can follow that pictures, you can see after using NutriPlant, the harvest increased. The harvest started increasing generally in size and even quality. The quantity increased, even the quality increased. As you can see, that bunch of banana, you see, this one on the left side, we never used NutriPlant. We wanted to compare and contrast, and we see how NutriPlant works. That was one of the farmers from western region of Uganda who used NutriPlant. Because NutriPlant, it increases the size of the harvestable parts of the plant. So I started giving farmers NutriPlant, and from there, most of the farmers, they started knowing it up to now. So there is where we say that we thank Mr. Dimingiri and other professors who ventured about NutriPlant organic fertilizer. On the other hand, it is organic when you compare to other products which farmers are using in Uganda. And being organic, it has brought the durability. When you put it in the crops, it stays longer, or it stays longer in the soil, which brings us to remain with the beneficial microorganisms, which retains the soils with nutrients like earthworms and the other beneficial ants and many other beneficial microorganisms, which helps to make the soil compile and the soil texture, the nature of the soil and the soil pH to remain in a normal way. So that one, it has brought many farmers to like NutriPlant organic plus fertilizer. And like in seasonal crops, take an example like watermelon. If you use NutriPlant organic plus fertilizer, most of farmers, they have embraced it because it brings up the watermelon with green color, as you can see. And green color, it means that the crop is contained enough chlorophyll, and which brings up the watermelon to have more flowers. So it increases the flowerings in the plant here in Uganda. And there, even fruiting, the fruit comes many to the plant, and even the size, it also increases. So NutriPlant, it is doing wonders and miracles here in Uganda. So farmers, if at all you are there and you have not yet started using
We cannot hear
NutriPlant, I
him.
think I would wish to encourage. Yes. I think I would wish to encourage every farmer that NutriPlant, it contains the major nutrients, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, which could help the plant to be stronger and be resistant to drought, even pests and diseases. Because with those three major nutrients,
Presenter
the
is
plant
muted.
can be able I think I'm clear now. So NutriPlant in seasonal crops, it has helped us here in Uganda to commercialize it, to be commercial in agriculture. And many farmers who are using NutriPlant, they have benefited more than others. On another hand, it is better to use the oral plants like in oral crops, like in coffee. Here we have been comparing in different crops. Now here you can see that is purple. Purple. It is a fruit in Uganda which is rich. You see, it increases the yields, because you see on one tree of pawpaw, it is almost like 100 fruits. So that is why, you see, if you apply with a NutriPlant, it is going to contain, because there is what we call calcium, magnesium, and those three major nutrients which I have talked, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. It enables the plant to have many fruits, as you are observing. Then even quality, it increases the quality of the products. Even when you are eating the fruit, you find that fruit, it is so delicious. So NutriPlant, it is based in Uganda. It is now a leading fertilizer in Uganda. And on the other hand, when we are applying NutriPlant like very well, so there I will try to explain you how to use it after these slides. Now that what you are seeing, it is banana plantation. You see the size of the bunch of the banana. This banana, most of the farmers who are not using NutriPlant, you find that they are selling the one bunch of banana around 8,000. But for us farmers who are using NutriPlant, as you see, this bunch of banana, it is around 80, 70. So you find that when you use a NutriPlant, you get quality product, as you are seeing. That is me, whom you are seeing on that picture. I had visited one of my farmers who is using NutriPlant, and he has only that size in his banana. So we normally apply down. We just measure 3 feet, then we do what we call 4 feet. Yes, 3 feet from the plant down. Then we power NutriPlant there. In banana, we normally do 30 mils in 20 liters of water. We do 30 mils of nutrient in 20 liters of water. Then we power down onto the soil. Then we normally we measure 3 liters of water. The concentration, when you are powering down, we put 3 liters of water so that on the soil can receive a lot of fertilizers. Then we normally, the duration in banana plantation, let's say when we apply it now, we count 14 days, then we apply again after 14 days. In banana plantation, we put 5 times following that duration of 14 days, 14 days. Then after there, we rest for 2 years. That is in banana. So that's how you can apply nutrient in banana plantation, and you manage to get such a bunch of banana. I think in other countries, you can try also to use such a system. You will also get better harvest, as you are seeing here in Uganda. Nutriplant, it is working in many crops, even in coffee. Like here in Uganda, coffee is now a cash crop. As we follow the slide, here I was trying to do what we call vegetables. That is cabbage and amaranthus, dodo. Here we call it dodo, but it is called amaranthus. So in vegetables or in greens, you can put nutriplant even when they are still on nursery bed. But when they are on nursery beds, we normally use 5 mils in 20 liters. We use 5 mils in 20 liters, then after we apply. Then after transplanting the seedlings like cabbage, amaranthus, we plant, we leave so they can be strong in the soil. Then after 2 weeks, we start applying nutriplant salary. You can observe here, you see the greens are very well, they are healthy, they are regenerating, and good enough when you use nutriplant. Since it is organic, there you will not be scared that when you pick that amaranthus, that you are going maybe to feel sick or that it is harm to your body. No, nutriplant, we say if you apply it and you leave it for 2 days, then you start harvesting the greens or the vegetables, then you eat it. So, and it helps the greens to regenerate very faster. Here you can see that is vanilla. Vanilla, it is also an important crop in Uganda, and it is very it is very profitable. It is very economical as here in Uganda, because it is not common actually. Few farmers can practice vanilla growing, but since it is of high value, they don't encourage any other product to apply on it apart from nutriplant organic plus fertilizer. So we embraced nutriplant here in Uganda because it has supported that project of vanilla, as you are seeing. And when you are applying it, you can apply it in leaves and even down there where the plant is standing in roots. You can just remove the organic matter content, then you apply around the roots, then even in the leaf. Then duration of applying the nutriplant on vanilla, you can also apply 3 times actually, but we do 30 mils in 20 liters. You mix 20 liters 20 mils of NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer. You mix it with 30 mils of NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer. You mix it with 20 liters of water. Then you apply. Then when you apply today, you wait for 14 days, you apply second time, then you wait for 14 days, you apply for third time, then you leave it for 1 year. So in vanilla, you have to apply it every year 3 times. It helps the vanilla to give out a lot, many berries, as you are seeing. Even in the drought, we captured this photo during drought season. As you can see, the farmer were happy because he harvested a lot of money in his vanilla. You see, we also have another fruit here. As you can see, this of right-hand side, we never used the NutriPlant in it. Then that one of left-hand side, we use it in NutriPlant. But you can observe very well, the size are different. Yes, the size are different. This one of right-hand side, we never put NutriPlant. Then left-hand side, we use it NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer. So if you are a farmer, you need to consider the size, because the size means money. So if you are there, you have not yet started using NutriPlant, I think it's time. That is cocoa. Cocoa in Uganda, it is also an important plant, or it is a cash crop here in Uganda. We consider it very well. So now we also use NutriPlant in the cocoa, and the mixture of fertilizer, when we are using NutriPlant, we start it when they are on nursery beds, because we put those fruits on nursery bed. Then nursery beds, we also use 5 mils in 20 liters. Then we apply. After applying NutriPlant, when they are on vanilla, then we take the seedling to the real garden for that to grow up. After 2 months, you start applying NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer when you have already transplanted the cocoa to the field garden. So when they are in the field garden, you mix 40 mils of NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer to 20 liters, because cocoa, they are heavy feeders when you compare to other crops here in Uganda. And Ugandan soils, they do not support, there are some parts which support cocoa growing, but there are also some parts which do not support. So when you find that you are in some parts which do not, there we normally use 40 mils of NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer to 20 liters. Then we also apply 3 times respectively for 14 days. As you apply second price, third time, then you also leave it for 1 year. And you see that cocoa, we had already started harvesting it, but you see they started fruiting from down. And good of it, when you are using NutriPlant, they again regenerate. They regenerate, they fruit on the same tree. So those ones who are not using NutriPlant, you find that they don't have fruits on the trees. They to NutriPlant. You can observe we had already harvested some of the fruits, but you see the tree is still having more than 50 fruits. So NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer, it increases the percentage of the harvesting. It doubles the yields, as you can see. So I know there are some countries who do cocoa. This is a serious project. You get 40 mils of NutriPlant organic plus fertilizer. You mix it in 20 liters and you apply every after 14 days. You will get the better harvest of cocoa, and even the quality, the flavor, it also increases in cocoa. And I think maybe this year when I'm coming to China, I will come with some of the fruits. Maybe Mr. Budman, you also test on our cocoa in Uganda. So it's better to apply NutriPlant in a cocoa in evening time, because it responds better when you apply it in the evening time. It has the strong leaves, but during the evening time, it receives it very well. That's how we normally do in Uganda. Even when you are applying, we encourage to apply down there on the stem or on the roots. You can see we normally open, we don't allow the organic matter content to be there, because we normally apply NutriPlant down. We also apply it in leaves so that it can control, it can provide the nitrogen content and phosphorus to the plant. Yes. So I would wish also share with you about other crops like coffee. In Uganda, coffee now it is a leading project. It is the crop that is having peak, and even entire world, when you go on research, you see now coffee it has peaked to the entire market. So now this coffee you are seeing, it is of 2 years, and the Ministry of Agriculture, that is MAIF, in Uganda, they have been making research. They found that NutriPlant it increases the of coffee from 40% to 60%, according to the farmers who have been using NutriPlant, compared to those farmers who are using other products. We have been in research for 2 years with those people who are using other products compared to NutriPlant. 1 acre of coffee in Uganda, those ones who are using NutriPlant, they normally get around 25 millions to 30 millions. But those ones, that's Ugandan shillings. But those ones who are using other products, they are getting around 10 to 12 million. So you see that the difference is very, very, very big, from to 28, 30 millions. Those ones who are using nutrients to double the yields. As you can see, it provides the green color. NutriPlant provides the green color to the plants. It provides the chlorophyll, because it helps the root to penetrate the soil, and even it creates the soil texture so that the roots can penetrate very well. It brings up water directly to the. Here you can see here where I'm holding NutriPlant. You are using we mix 30 mils of nutrients as like of this side, the right side. We mix 30 mils in 20 liters of water, then we apply in it. Then duration, we also follow 14 days, then we apply 3 times in coffee. When 3 times when you apply today, you wait for 14 days, you apply second round. Then after 14 days, you also apply third time. Then you leave your coffee for 1 year. Then another year, you also apply the way I've explained. So every year we put NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer 3 times in coffee. Then when you're applying, you need to apply on leaves. Even when the coffee is young, like this of this right hand side, you also need to apply down where the plant is. Then when the coffee is old, like this one you are seeing, we normally mix 40 mils in 20 liters. There we increase on mils of NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer. We make 40 to 20 liters of water. So you can see the coffee, it is very green. The yields are many, as you can observe, which means that this farmer is going to get a lot of money from his coffee. But when you compare to other farmers who are not using NutriPlant, you find that the coffee, there is no berries, they cannot flower very well. So NutriPlant, it is the best fertilizer in coffee. So I do encourage every farmer who is there who have not yet used NutriPlant to come up and join Greenworld and know how he can use NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer. Then in coffee, we normally encourage farmers to apply during morning time or evening time, because they also have hard leaves. So during the daytime, the stomatas also close like other plants. So we normally apply morning time, not exceeding at 9. Then in the evening, we normally start at 4. Then we end up late evening. So that's why you see that in Uganda, NutriPlant, it is successful in coffee. Every farmer is looking for NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer because of the results that they are seeing in coffee. So we do encourage farmers not to mix NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer with any other product, because NutriPlant, it is organic product, and when you mix products, you find that the plant will not receive the nutrients which could be in a NutriPlant. So you find that it is going to when you mix with, let's say, pesticide, insecticide, you cannot get clear results. So wherever you are there, you should know that NutriPlant, you should apply it very well. Even when you mix with other products, the concentration cannot be the same like when someone is applying NutriPlant alone. Because when you are using, you need to apply on leaves, and even you follow the roots. So we do encourage that you should apply alone. So there is a team with our general manager, Mr. Isaac Rain, who were in our demo region in Uganda, witnessing the results of NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer. That is Stephen in the Uganda district. We had gone to visit the farm, and the farmer was very, very, very happy, satisfying, and enjoying the money of coffee because of NutriPlant and Organic Plus fertilizer. Encourage, start using NutriPlant, and whoever you have started, we really encourage you to continue using it. It is going to give you whatever you need. NutriPlant Organic Plus here in Uganda, it has a lot of products. That is the truth. Have ventured in it because apply when you compare to other fertilizers, like in the coffee. Because for it, you can just take it to any over. If it is a hill, you can go with just 1 liter and you go with water, you apply. Even it can work all the seasons. Like those fertilizers now, solid. We cannot season, like not dissolve in the soil. But the good of NutriPlant, it goes with water. So it is easy for the plant to receive the nutrients. Within 4 days, you find that the plant started changing. But they have been getting a lot of challenges. That's why they have liked it. It goes directly. The plant receives the nutrients directly from the leaves. So you can see about NutriPlant products. You can see the size of the watermelon. It's very, very big. Because me, I tried this on it. You see the sweet potato, because I've told you that NutriPlant, it is applicable to all types of crops. If you have Irish potato, if you have pawpaw, you can use NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer, and it gives you the quality distributors. They are happy. The product, and they are the NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer very well. I would wish to platform for today that if you are to apply NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer, there are some things you need to consider. Most especially, as I have told you, that you don't need to mix NutriPlant with any other pesticide, insecticide. No, you need to use it alone. Then another thing, when you are using NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer, you need to know the time. You need to consider the time. You need to consider when the climate is favorable, during morning time or evening time. When the plant it is open, it has open the stomatas, because during the day it breathes when the climate condition it is favorable. So we do encourage that you apply when the stomatas are open. Then another critical factor that you should consider, you need to know the rain. You should time when the rain, it is not going to rain, you apply NutriPlant. Then in case when it rains immediately, when you have finished to apply NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer, you need to know that at least 2 hours should exceed. When you find that it has rained before 2 hours, you need to wait for 2 days. Then you go and apply NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer again to that field. I'm trying to tell you the factors you should consider when you are applying NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer. So I've talked about time. I would also wish to talk about concentration. When you are applying NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer, you need the concentration should be, you don't need to rush. You go rushing, no. You need to take time, and you put enough fertilizer on your plant. The leaves should receive enough fertilizer. You don't need to rush, so that you can get the better harvest. Then another thing, you should not apply when the plant is flowering. At least you should leave the flowers to fall down at least then for 2 days. Then you apply NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer, because during that period you find that the bees are busy pollinating the plant. So however, NutriPlant does not kill the insects or the bees, those insects, but we normally say that time the plant needs its energy. They release a lot of energy, where you find that it may not receive the fertilizer very well, because the flowering stage, it takes few days. Then you apply NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer. NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer, I will talk about seasonal crops right now, because there I was specifying to different crops. So now I would wish to generalize. Seasonal crops, those are crops which we plant and we harvest them in a short period of time. There I can say like maize, sweet potato, Irish potato, cabbage or greens. Those are crops for which normally yield for a short period of time. Rice, millet. So there, when we are applying a NutriPlant, we normally do 20 meals. Here in Uganda, we normally do 10 meals in 20 liters. Only that, we find that there are some regions, like we have central region of Uganda, their soils are depleted. They have used it for a long time. For them, they are not similar like those ones of western region of Uganda. We also have a northern part of Uganda. Their soils are also more depleted. They have used them, and they have exhausted much compared to the region of western region. So we normally say that here we have differences of mixing NutriPlant in seasonal crops. So, but if I'm to range, we normally do 10 meals to 20 meals of NutriPlant in 20 liters. So we apply in the seasonal crops. Then we normally apply 2 times. That is seasonal crops, millet, rice. Then in those crops, you apply today, then you also count 14 days, you apply again. So you find that the growth must increase when you apply NutriPlant. Then that is seasonal crops. Then when I generalize the other crops like coffee, mango, I had already talked about it, but I can generalize the tea, the fruits, the shrubs. There, farmers, you can always use 30 meals to 40 meals NutriPlant. Here in Uganda, it is working when you use that range of NutriPlant organic plus fertilizer. But I had started explaining one-to-one. So there I wanted to generalize that so that I can answer those questions which would wish to be asked that now, me I have simu, me I have carrots, me I have what. So if you are told you have seasonal crops, which I've mentioned, if you do 10 to 20 meals in 20 liters, NutriPlant is going to work for you very, very, and very well. So there you can continue testifying about our products. You see, we are having our Professor Demingiri. That was 2019 in November. She visited us, and we had the bunch of bananas. You can see everyone was happy of it. Then that side of right hand side, that was also recently. We also in Kampala we had a function. We had also had our president, Dr. Demingiri. She had visited us. You can testify the bunch of banana. You can see the small one. It is the same. It is the same species. If you see that bunch of banana, there are two. There is the small and the big one. That with a tag of white, we use the NutriPlant organic plus fertilizer. Then this one, that we never use it. You can see the difference. And we planted those plants at the same time. We tried to monitor. We tried even to give other management facilities to those plants. Apart from the NutriPlant, we applied to that bunch of banana of right hand side. So you can observe very well. You see that NutriPlant really, it works very well. So I do encourage everyone to start using NutriPlant organic plus fertilizer. And me as a leader, now I have started to train everyone. Whoever I meet, everybody, I have to tell him NutriPlant organic plus fertilizer, because I want everyone to become rich. I want everyone to have food. I want everyone to know the fruitness of green world. And the NutriPlant now, it is, as I have told you, that it is a #1 product in Uganda. It is trending. It is trending day and day. The sales are increasing, and it has helped me as a leader to get many cars, to get many trips, because before I was making a car every year. I was making one car, but now I see I have started making 2 cars within a year. And me, I just sell one product. That's NutriPlant. It's my product. So it means that when farmers continue knowing the goodness or how the NutriPlant does, it means that Ugandans, we are going to be rich through agriculture, through getting quality products, even selling in NutriPlant. Because after knowing the NutriPlant, Professor Demingiri brought a good system of networking, even giving us the bonus. You find that every month you have a big bonus on the account, and yet you have the benefit. I'm a farmer and I have coffee, so I normally get money from my coffee, and my coffee, everyone needs it, because organic coffee. And my coffee, I normally sell those people who are making value addition. They give me good money, and again, Professor Demingiri adds me money every month commission. So I can say in the next 10 years, we shall be billionaires because of NutriPlant Organic Plus Fertilizer. So I want to thank Mr. Budman. I want to thank Mr. Professor Zhang and entire Greenwood family and our president, Dr. Demingiri. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bruno, for your great presentation about the fertilizer. And thank you for answering some of the questions. Still, I see in the chat box, we do have a bit more questions. So before we close, there's some of the questions that I think, I can handle. And next time, if some of the questions are not answered, we're going to invite Mr. Bruno and Dr. Mbogo to answer it. So first of all, I see that there's a question about whether we should use it for preparing the soil or, it need to be applied on the roots. So first of all, NutriPlant organic fertilizer is a foliar fertilizer. It means that it is supposed to be applied on the leaves. So it will be very it will be very costly if you apply it right in the soil to prepare the soil. So actually, if the pH value of the soil is low, normally it is low, then I remember when Professor Jason talked about it, you should use the limestone to treat it rather than using the NOPF. NOPF is actually neutral. So, and it is not supposed to be applied directly on the roots, but when you spray it, definitely some of the fertilizer will actually fall on the roots. So this is the answer of this question. And also there's another question about whether we should give you some reference about when to use the fertilizer in different stage of the plants. We are preparing a pamphlet for this. Actually, it's Dr. Deming Li and Mr. Shen Qirong, the academician, which is the academician, Mr. Shen Qirong. They are working on that. So we hope that this booklet on how to use the organic fertilizer on different stage of the plants will be ready soon. And also, as for soaking the seed, it depends on what kind of seed. Also, we have raised these questions to Dr. Deming Li. So we hope that that booklet is going to cover this topics about the soaking of the leaves. And by the way, Dr. Mbogo is very experienced in soaking this different kind of seeds with this. So I think, next time we're going to arrange more specific, presentations about how to use this NOPF. We're going to invite Dr. Mbogo and Mr. Bruno. Dr. Mbogo, please, we know that you're an expert. Can you please use a very short time to explain to us, how to use the fertilizer for soaking the seed?
Thank you very much, Madam Rainey. I'd also appreciate what Mr. Bruno has got done, despite the fact that there was a very poor connection. We got the message, which is very, very crucial, and also with the examples that we have seen within the photograph about the bananas. Quickly, as Madam Lane, you have said, seeds depend, the soaking of seed depend on which seed you are soaking. So it is very difficult to give a general or to give a particular method of soaking the seeds, which is applicable to all seeds. Because the seeds raised in the nursery, most of them are very small. We don't soak the seeds that are very small, but we benefit from the NutriPlant in terms of germination. When you talk of the the seeds raised by many in the nursery? Yes, we can, because immediately the seeds are put in the germination tray or the germinating seed bed. One of the time that you do in watering those seed beds, you can water it using the mixture, and it should be maybe the second watering, because many a times you put the seeds when the soil is still dry. So the first application could be applying water. The second one, now we can put a mixture, especially when you talk of carrots, you talk of cabbage, and other small seeds that are raised in the nursery. I mean in the seed bed. Also, when it comes to rice, when we want to plant the rice seedlings, again we can do the same. Although with the rice, the seeds are slightly bigger, but again, soaking may not be really good but you can apply it in the soil. But larger seeds like corn, beans, and others, they can have the benefit of soaking. And most cases, the ratio is 1 ml. That is 1 ml to 10. 1 to 1. It's okay, or 10 ml to 10 liters. That's what I wanted to say. And we need to be very careful. And I remember Madam Brain, we discussed this one with the professor. If you over soak, then the germination will not be okay, because the seeds will be waterlogged. They will absorb more of water, and we want them to absorb the fertilizer. So in this case, maybe if we can float a question of which seeds are going, or this farmer is interested in, then we can look for ways of using the fertilizer to improve on germination. So maize, I've done it with the carrots. In fact, they germinated just the other day. I only applied once. I also did with the cabbage. I will be going to where the germination was being done tomorrow, and see how it has been, and also applied it once. That is 1 ml in 1 liter, and it has worked very well. So, it's that we need to do a thorough check when we are deciding on the period that you need to soak our seeds. There are others that need not to be soaked, but mainly the corn, the cereals, they can be soaked. Then quickly, if I may mention about the bananas. Surely the banana, I also had similar results with the bananas. They had big bunch, but also each and every banana fruit appear to be bigger, with a bigger diameter. And also when the ripening, I don't know whether Bruno has seen this, those bananas that we keep, or we incubate for the purpose of ripening, those that we have used the fertilizer ripen much faster than those that we have not used the fertilizer. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate Dr. Mbogo. Thank you for your professional answer, and especially explanation in seed soaking. So thank you very much. Before I handle this to Mr. Budiman, I would like to appreciate Mr. Alemu for your great sharing and presentation. Also, Mr. Bruno, thank you for your wonderful and professional presentation and sharing in the NOPF. And special thanks to Dr. Mbogo for your professional answering. So, Mr. Budiman, please, you can kindly help us to close today's presentation.
Thank you, Madam Reni. Thank you. Yes, it is a very nice experience every time if I came to Uganda, because of their agriculture is very, very nice. The fruits, the vegetables, they are all very fresh. And now because of the Nutriplan organous fertilizer, it even increased the quality and even the quantity. Thank you so much, Mr. Alemu, for your wonderful presentation. And also we inspired with your photos with the children. And also, yes, you are a good trader, and we wish you all the best. And also to Mr. Bruno Atwongyere, you are the best in NutriPlant Organic Plus Fertilizer in Uganda, and we all need to learn more from you also. Maybe in the future we can set another session that together with Mr. Stephen Bogo from Kenya, we can discuss more about the NutriPlant Organic Plus Fertilizer. And also the last one, thank you, always thank you to Mr. Bogo for enlightening us more in soaking the seeds. Well, 2 hours will never be enough if we are talking about NutriPlant Organic Plus Fertilizer. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Next, we're going to have another wonderful session of Friday Zoom online training. And I think now we can round up and we can unmute ourselves and then say thank you and bye-bye to everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Budman. Thank you, Bruno.
Thank you, guys.
Remo.
Everyone. Good night.
Have a good night.
Thank
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Alemu. Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Bruno.
bye.
Yes, Bruno.
Adam Paul, thank you.
Good night. Thank you. Thank
Good
you
night,
so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Okay.
We have an up.